A very pleasant morning and welcome to the program, the feature Your Goals Realized. I'm Nadine Blair, and with us once again we have Dolores Jones and Peter Gay Miller. Good morning.
Good morning, Nadine.
Pardon my sore throat.
And a great morning to our Love 101 and Gen FM family. Let's all give thanks for another day of life and the opportunity to love your neighbors.
Indeed.
Good morning, everybody.
Indeed. Thank you so much. And it's always good to live our lives with gratitude. And I love when we're always off to a positive start. What we say and speak over our day will change everything. Your Goals Realized has been laying the foundation for big things. And we've looked at how to create a financial plan and a budget. And then we looked at goal planning. And we even went through the process of purchasing a home, which is huge for most of us. Dolores, you're on your team. You have a way of whetting our appetites.
That we did, Nadine. That we did. So now it's time for the tires to hit the road, so to speak. You'll remember that last week we looked at ways to build the funds that we need to put those plans in motion, to move from idea to actualization. And that's where we'll pick up this morning. I shared a few ideas as to how we can be creative and begin to put those funds aside on a consistent basis. Sometimes very small amounts, sometimes larger amounts. The key thing is that we have a plan, and as long as we stick to our plan as much as we can achieve our goals. You can start saving small amounts and add in lump sums if and when you have them. Encourage yourself. Create a vision board, for example, with pictures of your goals, your house, your car, the graduation, so you can actually see and look at your goals every day. And give thanks for every inch of progress that you have made. Just get started. That's the key. I have here with me Peter Gay to share with us some of the options which are open to us to save and invest. There are a lot of them, so I'll quickly hand over to Peter Gay. Over to you, Peter Gay.
Good morning, listeners. I hope we're all ready and revved up to go. Now, many persons are used to just putting away their monies on savings accounts and that's it. But as Dolores said, we're looking at options available to us to help us to achieve our goals. Now, our savings, it allows us to access our money at any point in time. Now, the saving products that we have offered to us are savings accounts and certificates of deposits, or as some persons call it, fixed deposits. Now, the savings account would be perfect for putting aside monies that we'll need for everyday expenses. But, like we discussed before, our emergency fund, which would cover any surprise emergency that may come up, and this may be car expenses, home expenses, or sudden unemployment. And this can be placed on a fixed deposit. Now, the aim really is to have at least 6 months of our income saved because we want to be able to cover any of these surprise expenses. Now, some will be wondering, what's the difference between savings and investing? But as we said before, the savings, it allows you to access your money at any time. While investing is taking the money you have and increasing the value. Now, some of the options that we have available to us, the repurchase agreement, or some persons may hear this word floating around, repo. It's another name for repurchase agreements. And it's another short-term investment. And the investors, what we do, we loan our monies to these financial institutions. They give us something called a security. And this means that they'll pay us to borrow our money for a specific period at a specific time. Right. Now, the Bank of Jamaica, they offer certificates of deposits or fixed deposits to us individuals. However, we have to purchase them through financial institutions like Jane Fund, right, that's licensed to do so. Mm-hmm. Now, the government of Jamaica also offers the Treasury Bill or T-bill, persons will hear that name floating around in the investment world. Now, it is a short-term instrument, which is usually less than 1 year, and it's also used as what we hear in the business news many times as the benchmark rate, right? It is offered once per month, right? And we also have bonds, right? The bonds is called a debt instrument. What does this mean? It means that the investor, us, we again loan money to corporate or government entities, which is normally for a project, in order to raise money for the company. And it is given to us for a specific period at a variable rate or a fixed interest rate. And in most cases, we get a regular interest payment from these instruments. We also have stocks, right? Now, basically, a stock is a way for us to buy into a company at an affordable cost. Because you can't just get up and say, oh, you want to buy this company. But having a stock, a share in a company allows you to do so. So that we can basically have a claim on a part of the company's assets and earnings. Now, in some cases, when we purchase the stocks, we get dividend payments from the company that we bought the stock from. Now, we're wondering maybe what is a dividend, right? Now, a dividend is what we are paid by the company as shareholders in the company out of its profits that it earns, right? We also have mutual funds. As Mrs. Jones said, we have a lot of options. So the mutual funds, those are funds collected from many individuals to invest in stocks, bonds, many other instruments, right? We also have the unit trusts, which they're collective funds from many persons that are pooled together in one single fund. And it's used to purchase a range of investments, which also helps to spread the risk, right? And that's basically some of the options we have available as it pertains to looking towards our goal.
Those are a lot of options, and we can also come to JN Fund Managers and get more details and see which one is best suited for each individual, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Sure, Nadine. Actually knowing about the options and developing a strategy that's right for you. My advisory team stands ready to support the Love 101 listeners. We are not saying that you can't make it alone. Many persons have. But why not be bigger and better with more help from a financial professional?
Indeed.
Remember, we know the market. We have the experience. We can recommend options as they become available, or guard you against options and strategies which are really just not right for you.
All right, and they can manage your funds.
Yes, we
I
can.
like that. Hence the name, right?
Right.
All right, Dolores, you had anything else to say?
Okay, yes, Nadine. And before we go, remember our text line is 877-2612 and our email is jnfundmanagers@jnbs.com.
All right, and don't forget there are articles available on the many subjects that we've been covering in the program, and listeners can contact you by the text or the number you just gave, or send their email requesting copies of the script, or also giving questions that they need to be answered.
Correct. And we also have our programs which are uploaded to the JN Fund Managers Facebook page. So if you missed any of the week's program, you want to share it with a friend, you just visit and like our Facebook page and then share the post on your own Facebook page.
Okay. Well, that's it for today, Dolores.
Right, Nadine. And before we wrap up, I just want to share next week's homework. I'm going to ask our listeners to look at the different, in line with what Peter Gay has shared, look at the different investment options that you have, your savings, CDs, the stocks, the bonds, etc. And we're going to match investment to your goals and the time horizon. So as you would have heard before, there are short, medium, and long-term goals, and likewise there are investment options that are suited to reaching these goals. So we're going to look at the options, the time frame, not forgetting to look at a risk profile and matching investment instruments to the time frame of your goal. So see you next week, my listeners.
All right. Thank you so much for making it your goals realized.
Relationships that build wealth, create opportunities, the right solutions. That's what we do at J&N Fund Managers.
We're in pursuit of your financial security.
Portfolio and investment management services for individuals and corporate clients, from wealth building and risk management to preparing for a comfortable retirement. Strong, stable, secure.
We're in pursuit of your success.
Let's talk. J&N Fund Managers, your safer, smarter financial partner.
Full Truth Church of God Deliverance Center, under the leadership of Bishop Curtis G. Brown, General Overseer, invites you to their 74th Annual General Assembly at 4 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8, Sunday, April 5 to Thursday, April 9, 5:30 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6:30 p.m. under the theme, Victory Through Prayer. Come experience deliverance through prayer. A blessed welcome awaits you.